Welcome, everybody.
Alright, cool. Little audio checks are doing fine. Okay, so welcome to Gloom. We're a bit behind, but that's just the troubleshooting how it goes. Today, the plan is to just go through, thumbnail out some shots, go through the script, chat, and work on some stuff. I'm also thinking that we should spend the time to also design Gatlin and the other guy, the dwarf guy,
hmm
side characters in this episode. So then that'll be a nice little segment as well. But then I don't think I want to hit all of it rather than finishing one thing fully. So we might like push to thumbnails until we meet Gatlin, and then we just stop thumbnails and we go into Gatlin, and then after Gatlin we stop that and then we can jump to something else. Like we don't even need to finish things, just so
Yeah,
we get a like a sampler of everything of what's going on, and to keep the attentions going. And then there was
sounds
something
perfect.
else I wanted to hit apart. Okay. On the bottom of the screen, you will see the ticker going. If it shuts down or breaks, let me know, Sam. I have a ticker going of where to read Gloom on Manga Plus and on Webtoon, as well as the @ for the Instagram handle that'll be rotating around, and it should be working okay, but it might break. But anyway, so welcome everyone. My name is Hikaiko. I am the artist for this comic, and this is my partner. You'll see the human webcam below me. Do you want to introduce yourself?
Yeah. Hello, everybody. I'm Samuel McIntosh. I'm the writer of Gloom, and this is our first time doing it, so we'll see how it goes. But this will just be basically like people can kind of get a look in at what we do on a regular basis when we're working on stuff, which I think I would find interesting if I was watching it, but we'll see.
Yeah. And also, if you're missing it or anything live, we should take the opportunity, if we're not, we should take the opportunity to cut this up and post these in bite-size, fast content like Instagram, TikTok content that just gets flooded in a little bit here and there. So don't feel like you're missing out on whatever's. And feel free to chat, ask questions or anything, and then we'll be moving on. So
Cool. I just got all the links posted, so
nice. All
yeah.
right. So I think I'm just gonna be addressing you now because we're gonna be work.
Yeah.
So this was the quick character design that did of Nell. It's a little bit rough because I did this yesterday before I went to work, and I just based it off of this character here
hmm
because I sort of did this first, and then I was like, okay, I should probably design her out more because I'm gonna be drawing her from a different angles and stuff like that. So I did this, kept it clean, a little bit of dyed, like a little dyed bow, because dye would be more expensive back in the day if we're following like modern
For
medieval
being wealthy.
style. Yeah, but
Yeah.
she is upper middle class. That was in my notes for it. So I put her as moderately wealthy, not like a noble, but her father is a
hmm
soldier, and well, soldiers would be considered like maybe like a under noble. I don't know how. I'm not versed in medieval, but so they would have some money, they would have some stuff. So then she would have a bit nicer of an outfit, not rags or anything. So this is sort of the vibe that I have, and I kind of grew attached, but I mean, she's gonna die, so
Spoiler, guys.
it's fine. It's the way it goes. You're gonna die. Is
But that's even better that if she looks like, you know, someone that you want to invest more in, and then
Yes.
she's gone.
The other thing I want to talk about was before we started. What was it? You said like you sent me the reference, cool reference for a photo, for a color, and I like it too. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start black and white with this because with color, if you want to combine color and rendering or like and lighting, then it's gonna cause a whole thing. But the reference you sent me was just flats, and I think that can work well with a different line art style too. So I'm gonna go into this, stick with black and white until the dad comes in and goes like, goes ape shit, and then she
hmm
runs away. Then we can let her then we can like actually exit the door or something like that. We can flip to like a color kind of thing as she's exploring the world. How do you feel about that idea?
Yeah, I think that works. Because the gray values you have right now just on that like top frame already looks so nice. But yeah, I think maybe like once stuff like really like starts to get like brutal or like gets it in her head, you know, it can become a little more like punchy
Yeah, and
color wise.
we can be moving back and forth, like just have color be the emotion because that was the vibe that I got from that reference image, where you just rather than actually like coloring things and making it in color, it's just sort of putting big washes over stuff to show the emotion, like a giant red background for the fear, and then she can be, blue or something, and then she's red, and then be very stylistic with it. I think that'll work. But anyway,
Yeah,
so
I think it'll take a little bit of the work off of it too, of like having to do like super robust color on everything. Like,
yeah, no, because I was like, oh, we're gonna do color. I was doing the black and white, and I'm like, nah, fuck that. If I gotta do color over it, because color is always secondary to value in art, and it doesn't matter how good your colors are. If your values are bad, then the colors can't do anything to save it. So it's like if you want to do color and lighting, then it's like you gotta focus on the lighting more, and then how the lighting affects the color and all of that. But if we're just doing flat colors or stylistic color that doesn't really have anything to do with the lighting of the situation other than just the emotion of the scene, then we're fine. We're just taking out that part, and then we just rely on the line to do whatever. Okay, so we looked at this page a lot. This is the first page of the new episode 4, and then we have this one. I'm pretty much done, but I need to like redo her clothes so that she's wearing the clothes in the character design in the model sheet. And then for the bottom one, I just need to clean that and design out all the houses and stuff, because right now all the houses look the same and I want to make them different, and then cobblestone floor, and then design the dad. But the plan for today is I have all of these pages laid out ready, and we're going to go through and thumbnail and figure out what everything's gonna look like. And we're gonna go through the script. My plan originally, and if you want to keep following it, was just each 2 pictures per screenplay page. There's less than 6 pages of screenplay, so we can do 5 pages, and if there are some parts where we want to do a full page spread, like a big moment that we want to hit, then we can save a page for that. So it'll probably be 6 pages long or 7 pages maybe, depending on how it goes. And it'll be a shorter episode, but each drawing will have more, and there'll be more writings and stuff. Like it'll be a different style than a normal comic. Yeah. All right. So I have the script. I can bring it up as well here. Take a look at it. We have basically this first page is pretty much set, except for this last part. But since we're only doing 2 pictures, we gotta cut or move stuff around. So we're on this one here, interior kitchen night. If you want to read, you're writing.
a sparse candlelit kitchen. Nell stands behind April, peeking out. Say hello to your father, Nell. April nudges Nell forward. She walks towards Oren, who sits in a chair at the center of the room in his dingy chainmail. And he's like crouched.
Okay.
Crazy looking. She stops in front of him. Hi. We finally get a look at Oren. His eyes are pure white, like the soldier from the field. He stares. And that's one thing we should think about, too. Should we literally have him be the soldier from the field, or just be another person who looks like this?
Before I read this script, I thought that it would be the soldier from the field. I'm cool either way. If it isn't, then I can just draw whatever. But then if it is, then I gotta go back and look at what that soldier looked like. So it's up to you. What do you want?
I say let's just have it be that soldier.
Sounds good. Let me go pull up my picture.
The fish-eyed soldier.
Yeah.
Remember that one panel where he's like...
Wait, is it the one with the long hair, or... Yeah,
Yeah.
it is, right? That's what we have. Okay. Let me see. It's on 0, right? Episode 0.
Yeah, it's the very first one. So we can just have him in like chainmail, kind of like sitting there, you know.
Damn, dude, the gene pool. Damn, I haven't seen this in so long. But
I know. That was the classic.
This is the classic. Okay.
Real Gloom classic.
I'll take it. I got that. Okay. There's not too many things with him. He's just a long hair guy. Okay.
Has a little stash. Mhm.
All right. And then was that?
And,
Let me pull up the script again. Violently
and maybe
throws
we
her.
can. Yeah. Sorry. Yeah. Let's keep reading, and then we'll get to that later.
So he violently throws her. Orin, Nell begins to cry and run. April runs after Nell, but Nell evades her and slips out an open window above the sink into the city streets. And I think we can just stop there because I think we can just do 2 pictures, solidify this into 2 strong images that kind of show. I might actually push this into 3 because I do want to have a shot of. What the fuck is? There, let's put the music on. Okay. I want to put a shot where it's like this. I want a shot where there's like the door. It's like opening, right? And then Nell runs out like this. And then here would be all color stuff. And then here would be the black and white kind of thing where she dips out like that. So then whatever that would require, I feel like that could be its own shot on the next page. And then this page will have Orin sitting down plus maybe like a more violent action kind of thing going on. So you can have Orin sitting here in his chair or something. And then here would be an action shot.
Yeah. So I'm wondering though how we have that beat of like her being like dad, because is that in the one where she's looking over and he's getting out? We'll have her say dad, like question mark.
We can do this.
So I think we might be able to fit it in that first page.
Yeah, because we can put dad there. Or we can just do 2 pages for that one. Because I'm always adding pages, right? I'm the one who said, oh, we should just stick to 2 panels per page. But let's just do 4 panels for this page. And we do this, like close-up of this guy sitting in the room. And then we have mom, like a 2-shot. And then Nell behind, like this, looking over. Kind of almost like a callback to Gloom's family, right? So it could be a little bit similar that way. And then and then on page 3, we'll do the more like action scene of it, or we can cut out the action scene and put shadows or something, and then or we can just keep it, and then we do like the her leaving out. So 2 panels of that, running, and then leaving.
Yeah, I was kind of thinking like how to combine as much as possible like into an image, and it might almost make sense if like, what if we had like a wider frame where the mom and the little girl are on one side looking at the dad who's sitting in the chair on the other side. And like she's like hiding behind the mom, and then the dad is like sitting right here and is like kind of like hunched over, like looking at the floor. And then in between them we have all the dialogue.
So you want it more like this where everyone's kind of like this?
Yeah, but maybe like a little
with a better angle, like a better.
Yeah, a little bit better angle, like a little closer up where it's like maybe even we don't even see the full mom, we're more on Nell. It's like the mom's kind of cut off like a Charlie Brown character, you know? But then we see the dad because he's leaned over, like looking at her. And maybe we could even just have his face in that, like staring at her, and then we have all of the dialogue where it's like dad, and then the mom. We could even add more where the mom is like, you know, your dad's been fighting, blah blah blah, like give him a hug. And then she's like, I'm good.
Okay. What if, because I kind of like the idea of that Charlie Brown-esque, because then that'll give us a bunch of negative space. If like, what if we make mom, like we make the whole scene very claustrophobic, where this would be mom, and then it's like super close in on her, and you get the expression, and she's like clutching onto the apron of the dress or whatever. She's like this, right? And then what if, I don't know, what kind of like stylistic thing that we can do where it's like their faces are like right next to each other, or their dad's here, or over the shoulder, or like an over the shoulder kind of thing where this is actually the back of her head, and then we see him further back, like back here, and in the scene he's like sitting down like in a chair, and this is the other scene. Because we can also, my other idea was we have Nell stuck in here, and it'll be like, you know, like that SpongeBob episode where crabs and plankton were singing to each other or something, and then there's a little bit of a divide, and we can use this black as a transition into the dad here, and then here will be all the dialogue, and then they're kind of looking at each other like this, and then mom is here, and then that way we can squish Nell in, And then the dad can also be semi-squished.
Yeah, I just think it might be nice to have the
Or do you want to
like
do more real life? Because that was very these are more stylistic-y, like
yeah.
cinnamons.
I think it would be nice to like move into these close shots, but maybe try to like make it feel kind of empty. Like her confronting the dad kind of feels like there's like a big space between them, you know? And she's
Mm.
like looking across at him from the mom's leg or something. And he's like, maybe they're close in the right side of the frame, mom's apron, Nell's leaning over, and then the dad is kind of like sitting far off. If we don't want to do it like head on, like Wes Anderson, we could do it like,
Okay. Let me see what I can. I need to like see a quick
yeah, yeah.
perspective vibe going on.
Yeah, and I'm just trying to think about how we can get as much as possible in that meeting shot so that the next one can just be like him grabbing her arm.
Because you want. Well, I should just be doing. I'm gonna do all of this out here. So you want this one to be the grabbing arm,
Yeah,
essentially, and then that way the next page is her running out or something.
is her just running away. Yeah. And then in that first one, into that second one, we can have all of the dialogue kind of, and if there's like dead space between them, we can have that be like where the dialogue is like intertwining, you know, kind of.
Okay. Yeah. So this one here.
Up to how you think it's best too. Like if it's trying to condense too much, then I understand that too.
Because I think we can condense a little bit. What if we go? Because I don't know. I feel like yeah, it's just something not fully like fully Wes Anderson. But if we can, but then that just kind of leads me to kind of like either looking down at this. If this is the floor or something like a high angle. This is where my mind went, where it's high angle looking down on them. They're gonna be like on the table here or whatever.
Because
Right?
then you don't really get their expressions, but through the dialogue, we could kind of convey that.
Yeah, but then that's one option, or like we can also do. I mean, the angle doesn't matter, but we can also do like a canted angle, dad, or something, right? Sitting in the chair here. They're smaller, and they could be a bit more here, and then we just need to populate this space. But it kind of looks like a battlefield to me, a little bit like they're gonna, which I guess in some way
They're
it
gonna
is.
check down.
Yeah, it's like a Wild West kind of battlefield going on. I don't know. I think this one, seeing it is kind of sitting on me a little bit better. Just like I mean, I can polish this one up, but yeah, like a high angle, very high angle where you see this whole house kind of thing.
And you see like the mom, but the mom's kind of in shadow, and she's clutching at her leg, kind of.
Yeah, but from an angle like this, you won't really be able to see it. But then I can just make them bigger. Like if instead of that high up, we just make them bigger. Like, but it's hard to visualize with
Yeah,
such.
and the only thing is too, like, are we gonna realize that that's the guy from the thing if we don't see him like straight on, you know?
Yeah. Oh, I see what is happening. What the fuck? Why is this affecting just this? Okay. Yeah. All right. When you're stuck, you move on. So then, say we have this figured out, and this next one would be the action shot. And then, so what does it say? Like it's her grabbing her arm. He's like grabbing her arm.
Yeah, he like kind of freaks out and like tries to pull her towards him.
I don't want to do it from this angle. I don't want to do. Let's say he's like here, and then you got like the reach here going out like that. Maybe he's on the ground. Maybe he's like lower, and then
Come here.
like her,
Yeah, baby.
yeah, she could be like here. Like this is like her leg going up. Like oh my god, and then she could be hunched over like this, and then mom is here. Like oh my god, and then
And maybe we can really see the little girl's face, like kind of like trying to pull away, you know?
yeah,
She's,
get over.
get over here, and she's like jumping away, and her arms are like.
Yeah, that'll make her smaller. It's just not gonna fit in the frame. But yes, trying to figure it, and you'll find the twist. Yeah, I'll be like, yeah, I'll be all I think this way, and I gotta like,
I feel like she could be a little bigger too, like a little closer to him, almost,
I'll like right up.
right up in front of him.
If it is, then she's gotta be big, cause, and then we won't be able to see her face with it. It's gonna get cut off if we're doing it. He's gonna be grabbing at her legs and stuff.
What if you lowered her a little? Because I feel like the ground could be lower, you know? Or would that feel weird? Would that look weird to you?
We have the arm here. So okay, yeah, because I had him pretty low, but if we put him like he's still at like a seated position esque, because I kind of had him in my he like went down and he's like crawling ish like on his knees, but here if he's
Okay.
more seated than the
I
horizon
think he'd be
line,
seated, yeah, and be like,
it'd be
like
more
grabbing from the seat.
it'd be like more down here, and then that way he's reaching more of her like her shoulder ish here, and this is where
Yeah.
she could be, and then we don't really see her feet anymore. And then we'll go into like
She could be like that, like trying to pull her. He's grabbing for her, and she's like,
yeah, and then mom can be here with mom can be here with. I'm gonna delete some of these so that I'm not fucking with it. Yeah, it'll be something like that, and then dad is here with his gringly hands. It'll be more. Yeah, like that.
that was awesome.
And then, I don't know, doorway would probably be here. This is where they came from. It'll probably be smaller-ish. And then,
And I was thinking it could be cool, like if he's sitting sort of at the dinner table, but like this chair scooted out, and maybe there's just like a single couple like candles on the dinner table that are like lighting the room, so it's kind of like
okay. Then I'll put the dinner table more like, because we'll see, I'll put it more prominent here. And then this one would just be like the edge. And then maybe we can put that means that'll make the candles bigger too in the shot, so this can take up this sort of area, and then making like this light, and then we can put like cast shadow and stuff here. And you can do
and since this is this frame, I feel like the frame above we really need to see him and her like pretty straight on. Like we need to see that this is that guy from the battlefield with the like vacant eyes, you know?
I think yes, see him. We don't need to see her because we'll see a lot of her later. And I say we do like an OTS of this. Yeah. Yeah, of just him, and then we can just do like that first idea where mom is like way off screen, or we can see a little bit of mom too, just so we get like these characters in. We can have mom, dog. They would probably. I'm gonna take mom out probably. Just have less. And
It could be big.
And then daughter can be here, holding on to the thing.
Sitting across from them.
Yeah, and then this one here can be
leaned over in the chair.
Does that flip? Do I need to flip? Did I flip 180? Am I?
You did. You flipped straight to the other side of them.
I gotta go. Does that feel good? That's good. That follows 180, and then we're gonna like that. Bigger, smaller.
Yeah, maybe a little bit bigger, and then he's kind of like glaring at her. Like,
Alright, I'm gonna do a little version of this guy because I need to remember what he looks like. He's all like.
Maybe he could be like leaned over on his arms, kind of like.
Yeah. I'm gonna move him more this way.
And maybe he can be kind of scooted away from the table so that he's a little bit more isolated. Like the table's not right next to him. You know, he's kind of like.
I'm just gonna move the table then. Over.
Seated in the middle of the room almost.
I'm gonna put this on.
I started playing The Witcher.
Oh, how do you like it?
I do like it, but I think the pace of it, you have to really get like into it, you know? It's really slow.
Yeah, in the
Or at first at least.
You're at the tutorial island, right? With the just like or the first area where the White Marsh or something, that's the tutorial essentially.
Yeah, where you have to like catch the or kill the griffin.
Yeah, did you kill the griffin?
Yeah, I killed it.
And then you go to the Novigrad. I think that's when the story like really.
I'm in the big city area now.
Yeah.
Because you found your wife or the lady, whoever, and then you go to the castle where you're getting like dressed up to meet the king, and then he wants you to find his daughter or something, right?
Yeah, that's where it starts to pick up now with the story, and I think but even then, I think just enjoy all the side quests because all the side quests are so well done. It's so fleshed out. It's not like, oh, just get me this thing or whatever, you know, like those fetch quests that Bethesda games have or whatever. Even though I love Skyrim and stuff, but like those quests are uninspired. But Witcher has more unique. Did you like the the Bloody Baron story. Did you do that? Or did you skip that?
I don't think I did that. Where do you do that?
That's in the. That should be. Oh, did you go to the? Have you met the Bloody Baron? Do you know the Bloody Baron? Okay, then maybe
so.
you're not there yet, because that story is so good. But I'm pretty sure it's part of the main. I don't know if you do it on White Marsh. In White Marsh, or is it called White Marsh? White Orchard. White Orchard.
The like first little area that
Did
you're
you
in.
did you fight the 3 crones?
No.
Okay, so yeah, you either you skipped a bunch of stuff or it hasn't gotten good yet. Cause that Bloody Baron story and the Three Crones, it feels like it comes super early, so you should be just there.
Getting it soon.
Have you seen the quest line where it's like go meet the Bloody Baron?
No.
Okay, then
And it should pop up. It's not like a thing I have to go seek out.
yeah, no, it should the game like directs you to it because I've actually
Okay.
no wait yeah no it's actually I think it's the main quest because Siri is involved in that whole thing. So if you haven't gotten it, then you will get to it because yeah okay so you're I just thought it came earlier. I thought it was in part of the tutorial, like, but now that I think about it, no, because the tutorial area is literally just kill the griffin or something, and then you're moving on.
Yeah.
And killed the noon wraith. Did you kill the woman at the well?
No.
You didn't. You're probably like, are you like under leveled or something when you're going into this new...
Dude, I'm telling you, I'm so bad at video games. Like, I have no idea how to play.
Did you what's difficult? At least you can set it to like story only or something if it's getting because I think I set it to
Hard, but I just haven't seen any of the stuff that you're saying. Oh yeah, he looks creepy. Just blink.
Oh yeah, isn't he like blind or something? So he's
Yeah, his eyes are just like kind of white.
like that fish eye or something. Or he's like this.
He's so goth. He's so moody.
He's
He's not even shell shocked. He's just like sassy.
yeah. I need to put like a Hot Topic T-shirt or something on him.
He has an Invader Zim.
And then there's like a fucking there's a Pop Funko on him right here.
He's like a pop Funko of Jack Skellington.
This was his prize for fighting the war. You get a Pop Funko. The Lord of the Land gives you a...
What would you do if you were like in Vietnam or something and then like you finished your thing and like got out of it alive and they're like, here's a Captain America pop Funko.
He's a Captain America Pop Funko for...
That would look crazy, dude.
And then we could put just like chain something like sliding off of him or something.
Yeah.
He's like...
Maybe his like sword and like stuff is just like on the floor.
Yeah, we can put it like laying down like here or something or whatever. It's just like shit's falling. He just got back and his stuff is barely hanging on. And someone like brought him back too, because I'm gonna draw 2 people in the last panel.
Yeah.
So that someone's
so
like
funny.
helping him in, and
He
just
did not
plotting
even
him.
get back by himself. Someone brought him back.
You can have something like this here, and then I'm gonna push mom and them even bigger off back here, just so they...
Gives it a little more space.
Yeah, and the space makes more sense, like perspective wise. Yeah. Everything feels over there.
When you draw those straight lines, is there like a button you push to draw, or is that just your hand drawing those straight lines?
Shift will make straight lines in whatever direction. Yeah, but you should be practicing if you want to be artist. Like every morning, I do a full page of circles, like these, on real paper in real life, and then I'll do a bunch of straight lines like this. Because I'll see people, especially when you're learning to draw, they'll do like the chicken scratchy ones, and people say that it's a stylistic choice. But if you can't do it, but if you're forced to do it because that's the only way you know how to do it, then it's not a stylistic choice. It's just bad technique. But if you can do these, and then but you're like, okay, but I want to do these, sure. But yeah, but then do the long strokes so that you can practice drawing with the arm, and that you can have cool, like smoother lines if you want to draw like a circle, guy's head. And you can have smoother strokes rather than going like
Yeah, like choppy.
chicken scratch. Anyway, alright, I don't need to put too much detail on her.
It's called being a coward.
It's called not being a goofy goober.
Admitting.
Yeah, you can just have grabbing that somewhere like this. But anyway, I'm wearing.
Yeah. I think you're totally right. We don't need to see her because we'll have all the dialogue too, and we saw her in the first 2 frames.
Yeah, we can go like, and we see her face here too, so it fits. It works. I'm just gonna clarify her face a bit more. I'm gonna go like, I'll have her lean towards mom. At first I thought she was 10 or something, but I feel like the difference is negligible. I don't know how the hair would go. I want it to be like pushing up against mom, kind of. I don't know how her expression is gonna be. I'll have to look into it, but I'm gonna put.
Just rough it out.
Nah, I think that's too. I kind of want her to look at him, like.
Yeah, it can be like horrifying. God.
Doesn't even look like he's looking at him. But yeah, I'm gonna get the placement. Nose. I just need to be careful I don't go too like anime chibi with it, with the kid, but with the baby and like young people proportions, it's harder to keep it more gritty. This is the island. It needs to be. Oh, maybe I say not even looking at him, he's looking at the hand. Something like that. But then it looks more surprised right now, but I'll put it more fear later. Maybe like put these eyebrows going down. I don't know how to keep it because it feels like the ticket, the rotating thing, the social rotating thing ends. But I don't know how to put it on kind of loop. I should have, thinking back, instead of using a browser widget thing, that's how most stuff happens. I should have just made a video, and then because for videos I can put it on loop, but for this I cannot.
It's okay. You have it in the description as well.
Yeah.
People can, for whoever's watching in here or watching later, I'm sure we'll have it on the final video too, but we're kind of doing this in honor of the latest issue coming out, which I feel is our strongest issue yet. Like, I love that issue.
Yeah.
It came out really well.
What the? There's like some voice movement. I'm going through the YouTube audio library. Let me see if there's anything. Let's put some fun reggae. And do some funky reggae.
Let's get it jumping.
Alright. Later. We can do like country and stuff later. But anyway, that's a good enough idea for what I need. And then
I think that page feels good.
This needs to be like way flatter down. And then this will do whatever. Oh, this will be smaller too, maybe. I don't know. I'll fuck with the proportions on my own. Alright, so we have that. I'm gonna pull up the next page and we're gonna keep cooking. And we might move faster so that we can at least get to Gatlin. I'm gonna close out here, just so my PC does not die. So what did we say we wanted for this one? So we have the action already. And do you just want the one where she's leaving?
Yeah, I think. What if we had like the dad's profile in the thing, and then in the background we see like the window and the mom like reaching for the window as she slips out, like the dead stare of the dad.
You want
profile super close.
You want it like this is dad. Then I imagine, I don't know, to me it's kind of funny because we have kitchen here and we have the window and I just see like her butt and then one leg is up like this. She's like crawling through this open fucking window. And then the mom.
And then the next one can be like her in like falling, like leaving the house or like running away, you know?
This is.
I feel like the mom could be even a little bit bigger. Like she's not even like quite close enough to her. Like she's like just like bigger in the frame. Like you see her hand like kind of moving, you know?
And like, yeah, we'll fuck with. But then, I mean, yeah, this next one could be kind of cool
Like
because I could put the window here. Then she.
Or it could even be her like running away in the street already.
Okay, I like that better because I want to move. I feel like moving it along is better, so we're not spinning.
It'd be like a wider shot of the city and her like small like running away, and then from the window we can put a text box that's like no.
Yeah, because here could be all the buildings, like this. If I want to do, okay, hold on. Let me do my due diligence and slap and make a perspective grid.
I was kind of thinking like, what if it's more of a like looking down at kind of like a small like walkway of like stairs or something like going down like in between the houses, and she's like going down, or like a small street kind of like between houses. It'd kind of be cool.
Okay.
And we're kind of above, maybe even like zoomed out a little so that we get kind of like a feel for the landscape of the city a little bit more too, like from above. And we see her kind of like small running away.
So we can see like the little all the. Wait. Okay. So you want which one? The one of the staircase steps, or you can see multiple streets and stuff like that? Because unless she's living in because she jumps out, it's a one kitchens are on the first story, unless she's living in a apartment or something, a complex, and she's
unless she's in a townhouse.
Unless she's in a high-rise penthouse at the Ritz-Carlton or something.
Unless she's at the Miami. Wait, have you seen that little baby who like they're like, who wants to go to the Miami Fort or the
thousand seas, thousand island. What is that?
That's a dressing.
The Miami 7, it was like the resort, right? And then the baby's like,
are you having a stroke right now? What are you saying?
I don't, what is it called? What's is the Miami 1000?
Four Seasons.
Four Seasons, okay, not 1000.
Yeah.
Island. Yeah. Four Seasons.
Mother,
I would love to attend.
He said Four Seasons Orlando. That's correct.
The Four Seasons Orlando.
Mother, I would love to accompany you to the Four Seasons Orlando.
Alright, so are they staying, is this... Okay, because here's my two ideas. I'm gonna send you the two ideas. All right here. This is what I'm gonna do. One, this first one won't exactly work based off of, or I can make it work, but I'll have to change the first panel a little bit more, or just like draw the first panel with that in mind. Because at first I just thought they were all just street level, like they were the bigger like Victorian era houses street level. But then this will sort of put it as it could be like a rickety staircase out onto a street or something, and then
giving it a little bit more like dimension. And yeah, maybe she's like running away down those stairs at the end. And then we can have text coming from. For some reason I can't stop laughing that Tom didn't interact the whole time. But then when we talked about the Four Seasons Orlando baby, locking it. Oh, that's so funny. Because he loves that baby. He loves babies that do things that they shouldn't do. Like he sent me a video of a baby playing darts today, and it's like literally in a diaper, and it's like,
I am the opposite. I've skipped that video multiple times without ever watching it until it got so viral that I started seeing versions of it, and I was like, oh, so that's what it's about. Because I'm seeing babies, and I'm like, fuck babies. I don't want to deal with it. Because most of the times I'll see the baby doing something like I'm gonna feed the cat milk, and then just dumps the whole milk onto the floor, and I'm like, I'll fucking beat the shit out of that baby. I'm like, it just pisses me off seeing them fuck up, even though I know that they're babies, but
yeah.
Like,
you know, fair.
It irks me. It irks me when I see babies doing baby things and being dumb, and I'm like, why can't you just be a normal functioning human being, you animal? But yeah, but then I saw that baby, and I was like, that baby looks scary. The pupils are huge on that. It's like its eyes are black.
Yeah, and I saw another video that made a good point that like it raises its, when it gets invited to the Four Seasons Orlando, it raises its hand like this, and then it like remembers that it's supposed to be a baby, so it goes like, ah. I just did that in front of the adults. I just let them know. But yeah, oh, and Tom said linebacker babies. There's another good video where there's a big ass baby sitting on this dude's like back, like bouncing on it. And it's in a diaper too. It's like probably like 1 year old or 2 years old, but it's just massive. It's like a line. It's like will be drafted.
Yeah, because there isn't that phenomenon, or I don't think it's a phenomenon, but it's a common thing where people they want to have kids because they want they like the baby stage, right? Have you heard of it? It was like parents will be like, they're not ready for when the kid starts having ideas of their own or something like that. Or they like the baby infant stage where it's so cute and you can touch it and like squeeze it and it doesn't really do anything. It's like a potato phase. They love that part and they think that having a kid is just that. And then they're not aware, or they weren't prepared for when the baby starts, like say 3rd grade up, 9, 10, 11, and they start wanting to do their own things and talking back and with their own ideas and whatever. But for me, I'm like, I can't wait to get to that stage so that way I can start reasoning with it, with a thing, rather than having.
You're all about reasoning with your baby.
Yeah, it's all about reasoning and discussing ideas and philosophy with your thing,
with your creation.
Yeah, with that entity and molding its brain. What is Tom saying? I saw a mom ask her baby that 4 Seasons question. He literally did the fake hand raise into a head scratch. All the babies are just reincarnated 4 Seasons, like old people that have passed away. In 4 Seasons is a resort, right? It's not like an amusement park.
Yeah, it's like a hotel.
It's like a hotel.
It's like a nice hotel.
Yeah, that's like that could be like an anime or something where the people who die in 4 Seasons Hotel, it's like an expedited passage, because normally you have to wait in the long lines to get reincarnated, but if you die at 4 Seasons, you get the fast pass and you get reincarnated and you still retain your memories. So then all the babies are raising their hands and understanding and are eager to return to 4 Seasons and see their body to get cremated or something.
To reunite.
You
just gave a lot of lore to the
I think
Seasons Orlando, baby.
Seasons Orlando, baby. I'm thinking, for me, this reminds me of Chihiro in Spirited Away, running down the stairs. I need to think about how I'm gonna do this.
Do you think maybe just having her run down kind of like a street away from the house is better than?
No, I think it's fine. Right now I'm just thinking about how I'm gonna draw her in the perspective of everything, which I think the way it's composed is just like a nice focal point right here where the stairs are being stabbed in, and you have this nice diagonal giving it energy across, so making it more dynamic. So then I can just have her.
I'm just thinking where we can have the like text from the mom kind of bleeding through, so we realize that she ran away. Like have it like floating down the stair or something.
Like right here, maybe. Because the mom will be here. I can even. Because if you want to, I'll just do this, and then that way dialogue, and it goes down the stairs and tumbles down. That might work too, because that feels betterish, because you have this giant head, and if it was flipped like how it was, kind of feels too right heavy.
Yeah.
And also that way we have the dialogue here and it goes down into the action. Okay. Well, I know the pose that I want to do, but I'm gonna do a modified version of it. The pose I want is this one. There's the giant wall here, and then these are the stairs, and then Chihiro is like. In preparation for this, I have the storyboards of Miyazaki's Spirited Away and stuff, and I was looking over the storyboards. She was like running with her hands going like this or something. She's like,
yeah, it kind of gives the like forward momentum of like,
yeah, it was like the body was like, yeah, but I'm not gonna have her hands up like in the show, like in the game, but I'll do something else with the hand. But yeah, okay, let's move on. We have this kind of planned out.
Cool.
Let's see what happens next in the script. Let's pull it up. So we have, she runs out, winding streets.
She passes the wishing well. So maybe like a wide kind of like an overhead shot like you have for the kitchen, but of her like running through it like a kind of a city square with the wishing well.
Do you want the city square to be busy?
No, I think since it's kind of like nighttime, I think it could be pretty empty. Maybe
yeah, because I was thinking just have like one or two, like a shop open and maybe like a person standing somewhere.
Yeah,
like two
leaning.
people.
leaning somewhere.
And then we can get to Gatlin. She gets to the bottom of the city where she stops alongside a river. And
I think the next page could be one of kind of overhead where we see the well and we see her running past, and then like under the bridge, she's coming down and she stops and she like sees something, and then we cut, and then the next page will be.
I'll do you one better. Okay, I don't like the overhead one of the well. After thinking about it, mainly because the last one was that same perspective, and I don't want to be repeating perspectives all too much. And I think that we can combine those two. This is the shot that I was thinking of then. My first idea was actually like a shot that's like this, and then we see her more silhouetted, like dark here, and then running past. But I don't like that one anymore because I liked this idea, and I think this way it'll have more of a what's it called? Foreground, middle ground, background. I think my Photoshop died. It's stuck. It's lagging.
It's frozen.
It is frozen. I think it's finally catching up. Okay, now we're good. Okay, we have something like this. There's a horizon line. These are, oops. Yeah, all of these cool houses and things reaching over. All right, different. And then we have like little shops and things reaching out here. A little stand. We have different alleyways, and then there could be a street back here going out like this. I'm gonna add a street back here. Streets going back here. Streets going down there. Yeah, I don't like having a street like this. I'll go like
And
this.
remember later too, this is where the kind of like main action starts to happen in the later parts of the comic too. So
Yes.
something where there can be a bit of space, because they kind of set up camp around the well. Remember when they realized that this little girl has been taken into the well.
That means I'll push these back more, and then these shops here, I can push them a little bit back, but I'm thinking I just design them in a way where they're like on wheels or something so that they can be moved. Like this will be like a town square where people during like morning time, that's when they all set up like a farmer's market thing, and then at night they pack up their shits and then they move around. My cabbage cart or whatever. But so I have background, middle ground, foreground, and then I'm thinking of having Nell. This is where we can get her beautiful full face portrait here. I can move the well a little bit more over, like here, maybe off center, and then I put her, and she'll be like looking over here, like this, something like maybe a little bit too big. You can do like a little bit smaller, like this. And I kind of want to put. I have the pose in my head, but there's a specific thing with the arm and the body. There's a twist. This no, that's a twist. I kind of need to like do the pose myself for a second. It's like I'm gonna do this body twisted this way, but still the angle, and then hip kind of twisted out this way. This is like mid-run.
And is she passing towards us, or is she going?
Yeah,
away
yeah.
from
It's like I imagine her like moving out here and running down. So that's why. I mean, I'm gonna look at reference when I do it on my own, like when I actually do it. But I'm thinking of just like trying to invent. I don't know, one run like that or something. I don't know. Just basically running towards it, and then she sees a thing here as she's kind of like running down.
And then she goes to her left, and then the next frame is like her kind of like coming down, wider down under to like the bottom part of the city.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that works great.
And then this needs to be smaller for. And then we can design the well a little bit. Do you want just like circular well with stuff? Because I'm also thinking like this is gonna be like people and stuff around, so it shouldn't just be like a classic well. It should be a bit more, presentable or something for the masses to use. Because if we're going off of the image of the Witcher city that I showed, that you were like, oh yeah, I like that. There's a good amount of people walking around, and they can, if they're gonna use it, like a fountain, ish kind of like fountain aesthetic, maybe with some sort of stuff around it, or like a ledge for people for sitting.
For people to sit. And then I don't know if there should be anything on top of it. Do you think there should be like a
like an actual bucket to use.
Like a bucket or?
I don't know. Yeah, I'm thinking about the well right now in my head. I'm just doing this while I'm trying to figure out the well.
Thinking about wells.
Yeah, I mean, we can always
Wells Fargo.
think about it and design it.
My baby.
You're a Wells Fargo
No.
patron? You're a patron of...
Are you?
I have my Micro Center card. I have a Micro Center is partnered with Wells Fargo, and with their card you get 5% off, or you could do installment plans on like computer stuff. But that's the only thing. But I never use it because I only have that one card, and I never use that card.
Just use it when you go there. Yeah.
Yeah, but I haven't been there in like 3 years. So,
And I
but I will. I'm thinking of going there soon because I want to buy a new PC and I want to go as high end as I can with it, so that I don't have to. Because this PC that I have now, I built it 2020, so it lasted 4 years, which can feel I guess for non-techie people is long, but 4 years of technology upgrades, it can be pretty outdated. 4 years.
maybe we could raffle off your computer to someone watching the stream right now.
Yeah, but nah, because I think I'm gonna give it to my sister.
Put in the chat right now if you want Jake's computer.
You want my computer? Okay. And then for this next one, do you just want like storyboard style where it's her head and you see what she's looking at, like river, ornate bridge going across?
Yep.
Keep it like textbook film where you just cut to what she's looking at and goes. Maybe there could be like a mini dock or something on here for like gondolas or whatever.
Yeah.
Think about design.
For gondolas.
Or fishermen leaving to port. Maybe this leads to like a coastal area or something that they have there. Their wagon like that.
Well, only thing is then wouldn't she'd have to like cross the river to get to them, right?
Yes.
She'd be on the wrong side.
It could be like a bridge
Yeah,
somewhere
there we go.
off screen.
Bridge.
Because I mean, I was thinking too, to save on time with this one, this could also not be directly outside the window. Like she could have ran a little bit further, like some time could have passed, because I'm looking at this and the houses don't really lend itself to a staircase like this. But then, and I think that it won't, the idea is still the same where she's just running out. So I don't think people will be still pressed about like, it doesn't look like, she's blah, 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 or blah, 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 blah. But it also kind of works because she's super high up. So that means she's on like a second story vibe. So it ties in. But all that to say is, whether we have a bridge in here or not, it doesn't matter, because the next panel we can just say she crossed the bridge at some point, like, because it doesn't have to be the moment.
She would be drenched in water.
Yeah, like it doesn't have to be the moment after this. It could be like she goes around here, or she goes around through the back over here, or even here, or I can just leave an indication of a bridge, like a thing here. Or if we want to be stylistic, what if they're on a boat and you have some boat, like some parked gondolas or something here too, and there's a boat here, and then she can boop, like hop boats. I don't know how she gets.
Well, I was gonna say, it's kind of an interesting idea. Like, instead of a cart they take around, what if it's like a boat that they have a show on?
Yeah, do you want to commit to that?
Yeah,
that'd be
make it
kinda
like
fun.
a boat with like a little stage that they live on and like have the show on,
Okay, that actually transitions. Let's go into then, before we design Gatlin, let's do a quick boat design about it. So let me open up a blank canvas.